The 9-to-5 grind only gives us the weekend to really live.
But how much can you do in just 64 hours?
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jason.
During the week, I work as a CEO of a tech startup, and Jason works as a mountain guide and performance coach.
With full-time jobs and families, our weekdays are slammed, but our weekends are for crushing adventure.
The concept is simple. We have just 64 hours from 5 p.m. on Friday to 9 a.m. on Monday to go as far, as fast, and as hard as we can, with one goal.
To beat Monday.
On this episode of Beat Monday, Mike and Jason travel to the iconic Yosemite National Park in California for a 2-day adventure. On day one, they'll face the Tuolumne Triple Crown. This route is a roughly 11-mile technical rock climbing traverse and scramble that crosses 3 iconic peaks: Tenaya, Matthes Crest, and Cathedral Peak.
This is an amazing climb. It's really sick.
On day 2, the guys planned a roughly 17-mile-long trail run to take them from Tenaya Lake trailhead down into Yosemite Valley. Along the way, they'll run along the famous John Muir Trail and pass quintessential Yosemite landmarks such as Clouds Rest and Vernal Falls, finishing the weekend at the towering El Capitan. Mike has never been to Yosemite, and the Tuolumne Triple Crown has been on Jason's bucket list for several years. So this will be a weekend of firsts. The adventure starts now.
It's Friday afternoon, just got finished work, and I'm heading into the airport right now, going to head off to meet Jason for another epic Beat Monday adventure.
We've just touched down in Fresno, and we're on our way to the iconic Yosemite Valley. And in addition to that, we're actually going to go all the way up to the Tuolumne Meadows, explore the Tuolumne Triple, which is 3 peaks: Tenaya, Matthes Crest, and Cathedral. And then Mike and I are going to run our way down into the valley, and I'm going to get to show Mike El Cap, Half Dome, and all the amazing walls in Yosemite Valley.
We're about 3 hours from Yosemite Valley. I'm excited. This is going to be my first time checking out Yosemite ever. I've seen the photos, I've seen the videos, I've heard the stories from Jason, and I'm going to get to go experience it this weekend in the flesh. So we got a 3-hour drive. We better hit the road and head out there.
Wow. Well, we just got to the valley, and can't help ourselves, even though we're going up to the Tuolumne. Stop and check out the views for a minute.
It's incredibly beautiful. It's cool to kind of put the pieces together from all the stories that I've heard over the years, and it is mind-blowing how big it is, and happy we're not doing it this weekend. I'm woefully unprepared to take on something like that right now. I'm tired. It has been a very long week, so I'm ready to get a little shut-eye because tomorrow's going to be a long day. My first time on rock in probably at least a year. So I need to rest my brain, conserve all the mental energy I can, because tomorrow's going to be a tough one. Welcome to the Tenaya Lake Trailhead, the official starting point of the Tuolumne Triple. Sun's coming up, temps are nice and cool. We're going to get started here in a few minutes.
Tuolumne Meadows lies in the eastern edge of Yosemite and is one of the largest high-elevation meadows in the Sierra Nevada range. It's here that Mike and Jason will take on the Tuolumne Triple Crown. They'll hike, scramble, and climb across 11 miles and 4,500 feet of elevation gain, traversing a series of 3 granite peaks: Tenaya, Matthes Crest, and Cathedral.
It's time to kick this off. You ready to go?
Let's go rambling. A lot of people free solo this route with no technical gear, but you could also bring a full rack and a full rope, and which Mike and I have with us, and we'll kind of see what style of ascent we end up going with on this first peak. I think it's going to be a combination of both.
Sections of this traverse will require both free climbing and roped climbing. The first peak, Tenaya, has a 5.4 rating, so Mike and Jason may decide to rope up for an added layer of safety as they get to more advanced sections of the climb, especially since Mike hasn't been on rock in over a year.
Dude, this is sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Good, we've gone about a mile with, wow, around 1,200 feet of climbing already. I'm moving really methodically and carefully, making sure, I don't make any moves I can't reverse, and having fun.
All right, so Mike and I are like 2/3, maybe halfway or 2/3 up this route, but it gets a little steeper above us, so we're gonna pull the rope out just in case things get spicy.
Alrighty.
At this point in the ascent, the guys switch to roped climbing. Jason, being the stronger climber, will lead the route, setting protective gear along the way as Mike follows to the summit.
Mike, you're on, climb.
So, peak 1 of 3 done. We just topped out here on Tenaya.
That climb is like type 1 fun. It's like Flatiron of California. Low angle, just fun moves, or a few times you had to think about where to put your hands and feet. The rock is glorious. I mean, Yosemite is whitewashed granite. Super fun. Amazing way to start the day.
The real climbing's ahead of us, so don't want to speak too soon, but so far this is an A+.
We are at the base of Matthes Crest, south face, and we are getting ready to roll. It's gonna be great.
This mountain, it's kind of classic and iconic. 1 mile long ridge traverse. A little bit of climbing, a little bit of scrambling, lots of good exposure.
How about this lake out here?
This is so sick.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, we're making our way up Matthes Crest.
Standing at over 10,000 feet high, Matthes Crest is a roughly 1 mile long knife-edge ridge traverse that lies between 2 summits. In order to keep moving and finish the mission before sunset, Mike and Jason will primarily simul-climb this portion of the traverse. Simul-climbing is a technique where both climbers move simultaneously while still roped together, placing limited protective gear along the route.
So epic.
While this technique can be riskier compared to traditional belay climbing, it allows experienced climbers to move faster, but it must be done correctly on exposed terrain.
Oh, great. Having fun. I know the spice is yet to come. We just topped out on the south summit of Matthes Crest, and we are now right below the crux of the route today. Just below the north summit, there is a 5/8 crack. I think the next couple pitches are real climbing. So that last section was, kind of cruiser, pretty mellow. This next section is going to require us to, use our upper body a little more. Time to get after it here.
Got to do some rock climbing. Good job, dude.
This ridge is insane. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this. All right, let's go get some more.
It's probably good.
Going home with y'all.
Nice. Feel good here?
Yeah.
That was awesome. I mean, Matthes Crest delivered. Great peak, great route, super fun south to north traverse. We've been on the go for like almost 9 hours now, and I think our projected finish was like somewhere between 12 and 14. So I think we're kind of right on track for that.
It was beautiful, like really fun ridge scrambling. I didn't throw myself off the cliff, which was really great. I was kind of nervous going into this one. It was definitely meant to be the most technical of the 3 peaks here on the Tuolumne Triple. And I just had a really good time. We still have Cathedral Peak. It's getting late in the day, so we're gonna break down our gear here, head over this little ridge, and head to the base of Cathedral for our last climb of the day. Looks huge from here.
It's not small. All right, so we're at the base of Cathedral Peak. We've got one more big multi-pitch climb in Tuolumne Meadows, and then we get out of technical terrain and make our way back to the car.
Okay.
Climbing.
Okay, we got an hour and a half to the summit, hopefully. Jason's climbing. Here we go.
First ascended by conservationist John Muir in 1869, Cathedral Peak is a magnificent granite pinnacle that towers above Tuolumne Meadows. Mike and Jason plan to make their way up a popular 5-6 route to the summit, completing the Tuolumne Triple Crown.
Wait, this is an amazing climb. It's really sick. All right, so we're on the summit of Cathedral Peak. Super fun link up in Tuolumne, and wow, look at that. We got all 3 done. Now we just need to get back down safe.
The traverse on Matthes was like nothing I've ever experienced before. I mean, it was, you know, and I honestly would not have been able to do this whole weekend, by the way, if it wasn't for this guy. This guy kept me safe, make sure, you know, the team was moving smartly. Thanks, dude. Really grateful to you for that.
I had a blast today. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've never been to Tuolumne Meadows, and I had a great time. I thought Tenaya, Matthes, Crest, and Cathedral were just type 1 fun, and it was really fun to link them all up and have a great weekend out here.
It is time to go race back to town to see if we can get some food, maybe a beer, get some sleep before tomorrow's adventure. All right, day 2. Yesterday we had an incredible time here in the Tuolumne Valley zone, taking on the Tuolumne Triple. It was super fun. Today we are gonna do a 17-mile trail run from the Tuolumne Meadows zone all the way down into Yosemite Valley. It's gonna be mostly downhill. I think we've got only about 2,000 feet of climbing and around 5,000 feet of descending. So it's gonna be just a fun roller coaster all the way down into the valley.
My goal for the day is just get another view of El Cap before the sun goes down.
Shall we hit the trail?
Should hit the trail. Let's do it.
Go time!
Today, the guys are running from Tenaya Lake trailhead down into Yosemite Valley. Along the way, they'll run sections of the famous John Muir Trail and pass quintessential Yosemite landmarks such as Cloud's Rest and Vernal Falls, finishing the weekend at the towering El Capitan.
Right now, the trails are actually pretty empty, which is really nice, and honestly a surprise for a beautiful Sunday in Tuolumne. Body's loosening up a little bit, feels good. Still have like 15 or so miles left, but we're climbing and things feel good, and it's absolutely beautiful out.
We are heading up to the top of Cloud's Rest. Hopefully get our first views of Half Dome and the rest of the valley.
Cloud's Rest is an iconic destination for a ton of Yosemite hikers. It gives us this incredible view that we're getting right now. Looking that way, you can actually see the Tuolumne Triple. So I'm looking at Tenaya, I'm looking at the Matthes Crest Ridge, and the Cathedral. And then over here, we've got Yosemite Valley.
Yeah, it's really hard to put words to this place. I mean, it's every bit as iconic as the books and films tell you it is. It's incredible.
In order to get from where we are now on top of Cloud's Rest to the bottom of Yosemite Valley, we're gonna go by some really iconic sights and scenes. We're gonna be on the John Muir Trail, which is a lifetime achievement to go hike that in its own right. So we'll get a little sample of that. Then we're also gonna be on the Mist Trail. We'll be traveling by some amazing waterfalls. I mean, they're super powerful and super beautiful. And Mike and I are hopefully gonna get a chance to see them in a really short period of time.
It's a pretty rad trail.
Super cool. The views, you mean? Sick.
After leaving Cloud's Rest, Mike and Jason still have to cover 11 miles with 6,000 feet of descending to reach the valley floor before they can finish up the weekend at the base of El Cap.
That was, in my opinion, probably top 3 Beat Monday trails we've ever run on. Man, this is really good trail running.
The Mist Trail takes the guys past several impressive waterfalls. Here, the Merced River cascades down Nevada Falls, and the iconic 317-foot vernal falls before leveling off in the valley floor.
So far, the mist trail's pretty good. The
Misty.
trails, yeah, it's misty. We've got some beautiful waterfalls, as you can see behind us. The trail's kind of rugged. It's these man-made steps that are kind of a knee hammer, but I can't complain about the views.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing.
Well, I just experienced it first. Had a delicious burrito. I didn't notice it, but as I went to take one bite of that burrito, a bee flew onto it, and bee stung me inside my mouth.
What? That was inside?
Just stung me inside my mouth.
No way.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How did it get in there?
Landed like.
That's so unlucky. Dude, that is hardcore. Dude just ate a bee. In Yosemite Valley. So we are officially done with the traverse from Tuolumne Meadows to Yosemite Valley. We're just a little ways away from the car. Whew, that was a beautiful trail run.
It's quite nice.
That was nice. Good job, dude. Yeah, Yosemite is really hard to put in words. It's kind of sensory overload. Everywhere you look, there's just magnificent rock features. There's just, it's just incredibly beautiful and no shortage of adventure to be had out here. We just got a small slice of it this weekend with the Tuolumne Triple and the run down from Tuolumne down into the valley, but it was an incredible experience and I'll definitely be back.
Trail was beautiful. Coming off of Clouds Rest was great. It was like a really, really, really nice trail that lent itself to great trail running. And then, of course, once we hit the mist trail, it got to be its old Stairmaster of a experience. But overall, the trail was great. It was a fun run, and views that are all time.
Do you guys want to just stand up with your packs and give each other a end of the weekend?
You just told me it was a wrap. Dude, it's a wrap.
You're eating a wrap.
Exactly.